Hey, welcome back, Dirt Roads Customs. A little update. So, wow, that's bright. Let's go back over here. So, what we've done, we did timing chain cover, water pump, got the oil pan gasket and the oil pickup tube. Still have to install that. I have these stupid little smog blocks on the back of the heads. When I test fitted this motor, they ran into that, into the firewalls. Hopefully with those bolts in there, everything will fit. If we go over here, we've got something else we're working on. Yeah, that's a Flathead 6. It's out of a Plymouth. There's a starter for it. Let's walk outside. Don't mind the guineas. They're loud and annoying, and they're kind of stupid. But I'm telling you, I don't hardly have any ticks in my yard anymore. So this is a 1950 Plymouth Special Deluxe. I had a 2005 Ford, had the famous 5.4 uh-oh in it. That I had timing chains and tensioners and cam phasers put in it. And after that, the cams ate their bearings, and I lost oil pressure, and it started using oil really bad, and man, I couldn't afford to fix it. Well, there was an advertisement on Facebook for a guy that needed a trailer, and he had this thing. He was wanting to swap this for a trailer. And I thought, well, for what I need to put into that truck, I'll just swap them. So I swapped a 2005 Ford F-150 four-wheel drive that needed a motor for this. And just check out that interior. Ain't that something? If that don't just... That's just crazy, ain't it? But look how bright red it used to be. Solid car. I've been underneath it pulling that starter out, and there ain't a lick of rust on that floorboard underneath. I'm sure it's flaky underneath that red carpet, but there's no holes underneath. When I got it home, I turned it about a quarter turn, and she went tight. She just went straight up tight on me. I get a light. Oh, you can't really tell because I don't have a very good camera, but them old cylinders, they're not bad. There's no rust in them. There's carbon on top of the pistons. Everything looks smooth, but she's tight. And them two freaking valves back there are stuck up. Well, I say they're stuck up. I can pry up on them, and they move. So I'm thinking some of these other valves are stuck down and won't let it turn over. So we'll take that starter in. There's a guy locally that does starters and alternators, old school. He'll do brushes and everything on it. And he's pretty daggone reasonable. I'm gonna get it rebuilt, and then I had to stand on my head to get that thing out. I don't know how they did it back in the day, but they did it. I was extremely happy getting that off. Didn't break any bolts. Last flathead I took apart, I broke some bolts. Now we're walking. We're doing a lot of walking on this one, but I gotta go back out here because I mentioned the not breaking any bolts, and I'm not big on advertising tools or anything like that. But I think in a recent video I'd mentioned this 3/8 impact, cordless impact, 3/8 kimo. Well, it's from overseas, and I mean everything we buy over here is from overseas, so why not buy it from overseas? One of their brands instead of a DeWalt, or God knows I can't afford Snap-on or Milwaukee. But I'll tell you what, that little sucker right there, I'm gonna say 5 bolts I had to use, a 1/2-inch drive, a long wrench to bust them loose, just to start it, just to get them loose. The rest of them went straight off with that, and I mean, it'd take a little bit, but it would do it. It would back them off a little bit, and I'd throw a little coil down them, go in a little bit, and come back out, and next thing you know, boy, they were just coming right out. But kimo, I want to say I got a battery, a charger, and a bag, and some metric stuff because it's from overseas. And I think it was like $58 total off of Amazon. And they've got ratchets, they've got all kinds of stuff. I'm going to order some cordless ratchets, that brand. I did some reviews on it, and I couldn't find anything. Everything was from overseas, and everybody spoke real highly of it. So I got one, and by God, that thing has not let me down yet. Battery life's really good. It's got a stop brake button on it where it'll, if it doesn't want to go any harder than I don't know what it is, but a stop brake, it won't go full strength. It'll go, and it won't let you break stuff, I guess. But you can put it on high, and that sucker will hammer. I have been cleaning a little bit. Trying to do body work. That thing is just, it ain't pretty. It really ain't pretty. Of course, now I've got a dilemma. I love this Ford. I love Ford. Fords are easy. This would be a good little car. But here's my dilemma. That Plymouth, I've had a few of those, and I've pissed them away. I've traded them off. I didn't want to put in the time, but I like them. I always go back to Plymouth and Ford, and I like them little flatheads. They run like a little sewing machine once you get them going, and that thing's so solid. It's just a good foundation. So my dilemma is, do I put that motor in this car, get her bolted in, maybe finish the floors out, and then sell it and fund the build on that Ford, or on that Plymouth? Or do I try to do both of them, which, hell, I ain't got money hardly as it is anyway. So I just, deep down, I like the Plymouth better. I can't explain why. These are nice little cars. They look good, slammed out or whatever. They're good little vehicles. But man, I like that Plymouth better. But I don't know. Let's take a vote. Drop a comment and tell me what you guys would do. Would you just keep them both and just work on them both? Would you sell the Plymouth, put the money towards this? Or would you sell the Ford and build up the Plymouth? And you're not going to get a whole lot out of the Plymouth. They're not very desirable. I don't know what I could get out of this. If I was going to sell it, it'd go with the motor, the tranny. It'd go with the Y block and that tranny, and a complete car with a title, minus seats. But I don't know. I think I could get 35, 4,500 out of it. And that's with everything. And that would be 35 or 4,500 I could put into that Plymouth. And that would cover everything on it. I mean, that'd be brakes, wiring, everything. I don't think you could get over 1,500 for the Plymouth. People don't like them. People don't want them. And maybe that's why I like them so much, because they're just odd. I've always gotten the oddballs. I've had a lot of Chryslers. I've had DeSotos. I've had Fireflights. Savoys. I've had a Cambridge and a Cranbrook. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys would do. I work for $17 an hour where I'm at, and I don't get paid a whole lot. I get weekly pay. I'm usually swapping and finding those junk deals that nobody wants to fund projects and stuff. But I won't keep you guys. Tomorrow's Monday. Got to get ready for work. I think Oklahoma's finally turning around. We're going to get some spring, and they'll probably go straight into freaking hot. I just hope it doesn't blow like it did last week, because, man, that wind was bad, and the fires were bad. But I won't keep you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you would do. Do you stick with the Ford and sell the Plymouth? Do you work on them both? I really don't want to, because I got no money for that. Or do you sell the Ford and go all in on that Plymouth? Because, I'm telling you, that thing is rock solid and complete. Only thing wrong is I got to get the motor running. Once they run, they run. But yeah, let me know. Talk to y'all later. Appreciate it.